All right, one thing I want to point out to you is there's some special cases involving system of equations that you need to be aware of. I believe they're on test 2 review. That's on the internet. That's on YouTube. Um, but there's some special cases, and here's one of them. Like we have 3x plus 5y equals 12, and we have negative 6x minus 10y equals 18. And so what happens is when we have a situation like this, if we do what I just told you to do, which is to multiply this by 6 and this by 3, 6 times 3x is 18x, 6 times 5y is 30y, equals 72. This is negative 18x minus 30y equals 54. And so what happens, oh heck, I'm losing my microphone there. And so what happens is when you add straight down, both of these go away. And that's a problem. You get 0 equals 126. Do we agree? Those two numbers are not the same. So what does that mean for you? No solution.
It came out to like 126 equals 126, right?
I'm going to show you how to deal with that.
Could you just go back up so I can write it?
The problem was 3x plus 5y. Now, listen, this shows itself in several locations. You got it?
Yeah.
This shows itself in several locations. It could also look like this. 4x minus 2y equals 7. Y equals 2x minus 3. Where in this case, you would do it by substitution, and you would take this and plug it in for y. And what you would get is 4x minus 2 times 2x minus 3 equals 7. Which would be 4x minus 4x plus 6 is equal to 7. Now the 4x minus 4x cancel. You get 6 equals 7. And because these numbers are not the same, you say no solution. Now the question that will happen is, what happens if the two numbers are the same? So let's say we have 8x minus 12y equals 10, and we have negative 4x plus 6y equals negative 5. What do we do then? If we multiply by what?
2.
We can multiply the bottom by 2. I'm going to be consistent in my message. I'm going to do the top equation by 4, the bottom equation by 8. You could just as easily use 2 down here. And that would make the bottom piece negative 8x, and then they would cancel. Does that make sense? But I'm going to be consistent with my message, which has been just take whatever the x is on each one and multiply the other equation by that. All right? What you get is 32x minus 48y equals 40. Negative 32x plus 48y equals negative 40. And when that happens, this cancels, and this cancels. You get 0 equals, what are you going to say then? I'm gonna let you get by with calling it identity. All right, you can just call it identity. All right. I'll see some of you here tomorrow for donuts and questions. I will see others of you here on Tuesday for the first test. Have a safe trip. For my friend who's going to be gone for us next week. We'll see you back here next time. Until then, take care of yourself and each other.